we'll start, guys. Before we start, let me introduce the trainer. Trainer is going to be Madhav, and he got around 2.5 years of experience in SuccessFactors learning management system, and he implemented 2 end-to-end projects on the learning management system, and he is going to be our trainer going forward, and we'll continue from there. And I'm handing it over to Madhav. Madhav.
Hey, hi. Yeah, Raghu, I'm there.
Yep. Go ahead, Madhav.
Okay, fine. Thanks a lot, Raghu. Thanks for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Yeah, this is Madhav here. Warm welcome to SuccessFactors Learning Management System demo version of it. So during this short span of time, so we would be discussing about what we are going to cover during our training session of 20 days for SuccessFactors Learning Management System, and what exact contents that would be shared and how the discussions would be. Okay, perfect. To start with, let's see, the basic topics, the overview of the major topics that we are going to cover during our training span. We'll see a short short introduction to SuccessFactors, what exactly it is, and short introduction on LMS, basic navigation parts, system overview, how to navigate around and play around with the system, to arrive at a particular place or a process. So all the basic parts, and now comes the major parts, the integration steps that is involved between the Bizx and the learning management system. Okay, those who have knowledge on SuccessFactors, they would be knowing about what exactly is Bizx. But yes, we will see about that as well. But this integration is all about how user data flows from Bizx to LMS. We'll see, but and what are all the basic system administration configurations that we need to do before implementing SuccessFactors LMS for any company, both on the on-premise system and on the SuccessFactors system. What are all the basic configurations and settings that we do? And here comes the major part of it, which is LMS Administrator. The users, there are two users majorly. One is the administrator and the other one is the end user. So there are a lot of activities that is associated as an administrator. So we'll see much of LMS admin activities and then correlate that with the basic configuration, so that what exactly each entity is used for. So yeah, again, as an end user, how to use the system. So these are all the major topics that we're gonna cover. Let's see in depth. Okay, so SuccessFactors, to start with, is it's cloud solution for the existing HCM version of SAP. So this was basically called as Plateau Management Systems earlier. So this system was acquired by SuccessFactors, and SuccessFactors was in turn acquired by SAP in the year 2011 December. So post which since SAP has got its reputation over the ERP software, has got major of its clients shifting their gears onto SuccessFactors for their performance management solutions. So yeah, LMS, as we see, this is one of the performance management module among the SuccessFactors bundle that it produces. We have before going into LMS, I just missed out one point in SuccessFactors introduction. We have other modules with SuccessFactors. It's been implemented for other performance management modules like performance and goal management, employee central for PAOM data, recruitment module we have for on-premise recruiting solutions. We have compensation module for the payroll systems, And yeah, we have workforce analytics, and we have JAM as well for social collaborations, and we have mobile solution as well. So I mean, making it easier for end users to access their HR related queries on their mobile systems. So these are all various modules, I mean, of the bundle that SuccessFactors is offering. And we are going to see about LMS here, LMS as a part. And of all the modules, let me be frank to you, LMS would be the biggest module of all the modules that SuccessFactors is offering. And the SuccessFactors LMS is also termed as a standalone system, because LMS itself is an separate system that is present in SuccessFactors. It's one of the standalone integrated system. And yeah, this is the cloud solution for learning and training modules that you might have seen in SAP HCM. You might have used events and learning events and learning calendars used for training management module in SAP HCM. So LMS is the cloud solution for it. And yeah, as I said, LMS is an standalone system. That means it has its own link from SuccessFactors login. So quick terms, we'll see about log into what are training items, what is a curriculum, what is a scheduled offering, registrations, what exactly you mean by domains, who are all the users. So we'll see all this in introduction. So yeah, that is all about introduction to SuccessFactors. So we'll start the course with identifying what exactly a SuccessFactors learning workflow diagram look like. What is the life cycle of an SuccessFactors learning, where to start and where to end, what are all the intermediate points and processes that builds up the SuccessFactors learning, and how to navigate in the system, how to use the search functions, how to go to a particular field, a particular entity, how to use the system first. So we'll start with going with the basics and specific terminologies, and how to view some basic reports. So these are all the course objectives when we see with regards to introduction. So the screen that you are seeing now currently represents the SuccessFactors login page. So you enter the URL, given the login details, so you'll be able to see the configurations are being done in the administration tools. So you see all the components there. I mean, all the other modules that's being offered by SuccessFactors, of which learning is there present on the second line. So you do all those basic configurations by selecting administration tools and learning administration. Okay, how the screen looks like. This is how it looks like for a SuccessFactors learning administration. I'll show you the original system as well. Post this PPT session, I'll show you how it exactly looks in a clear way. But yes, this is the screenshot of it, of the home screen. Okay, now in order to know more about SuccessFactors learning management system and its configurations, so you need to study, you need to have a good knowledge first with as an LMS administrator, I mean, what exactly each workflow is meant for. So the screen that the PPT, the slide that is shown in front of you, shows the different workflows that are being used at learning management system of SuccessFactors. User management, basically used to deal with user records and all those things. We'll see, I mean, for further slides we'll see. But these are the workflow management, different workflows that are being available in SuccessFactors learning management system. So when it comes to begin with user management workflow, you'll see all about user records, how user data is maintained, what are all things and user can be related with. And you have two important concepts in SuccessFactors with regards to user management. One is called user connector and other one is called assignment profiles. So these are major topics. User connector is nothing but how data user records flow from on-premise system onto SuccessFactors Learning. Assignment profiles are nothing but how the training items get assigned to end users with regards to some standard rules or protocols kind of thing. Okay, so that's what I mean. As you see, I mean these are all the topics that we cover when it comes to user management. There's a short description, I mean how user connector works and how to add user records, individual external users onto LMS, and how do you maintain user records and attributes, how the assignment profile concepts work, and how are all the custom columns that are being used in a user, and how to modify them as well. So this is how a user record looks in a SuccessFactors learning management system. Have three important areas which we call. The red one, which is marked, says the core area, and the green one is for the actions, possible actions that you can do, and the yellow one stands for related more area. Related more area is nothing but what are all other entities or that is present in LMS you can relate with the user. Okay, this is all about user management. Now moving on to the next workflow is learning management. So learning management plays a critical vital workflow and which forms a major of our training period. It will take a major of our training period. So this is nothing but, I mean, here we create the learning items, we do all the basic things with regards to a training program, creating the training items, making them available to different users in a different way by use of catalogs, making them available on different dates, what we called as events or kind of thing. Scheduled offerings. Scheduled offerings are nothing but the dates, different dates or possible dates. The training is made available to the users. Registrations are nothing but the bookings that the users do on the training items. Segments are nothing but the different days the training training item itself is split into. For example, you make available it as a 2-day training or a 3-day training or a 1-week training, and which particular days you want those trainings, so that constitutes segments. Subject areas are nothing but how do you classify your trainings, like whether they belong to management trainings or it's a technical training or it's an company-based training or some trainings with regard to this outside trainings, external trainings. So how do you classify the training? Subject areas are basically usually something called as prerequisites. Prerequisites are nothing but the mandatory trainings that you can assign people you want to assign to certain trainings before they take up the training. Substitutes, you have something called as concept substitutes where you can assign equivalent training to existing training as a substitute, so that if in case he already has the competency, we can fill in the competency by using a substitute training that he has taken. Evaluation surveys are nothing but feedback evaluations. Once users are done with the training, we can send them evaluations, how their training, to get the feedback from them, how did they feel about the training. We can have some exams that can be assigned to the users where they can take up the exams and feedback evaluation kind of surveys as well. And notifications are nothing but the email notifications are the templates that that gets triggered and either of the above actions happen. Training item gets assigned or registration happens. Either notifications are sent to users, supervisors of the users, instructors. So these are the persons who usually get the notifications, and even the admins also are related with the training items. And we'll see more about pricing concept that comes with part of commerce management, and we'll see something concept about instructors as well. Instructors who are going to take the training. So this is what, I mean, a learning needs management model is basically. So we'll go with this actually to begin with, and we identify the learning needs and then prepare the course specification sheet and add the training need in the form of an item onto the system. Curriculum is nothing but a folder, so we add multiple items onto curriculum and make our curriculum available. And for the users to take up the training, we need to have a date. So that is something called scheduled offering. We add a scheduled offering, and then once scheduled offering has been created, we make that available to the end users. And then once they are done with the training, record the learning event. So this is the basic learning life cycle actually management model, you can say, or life cycle of a training system or SFLMS. Okay, so here you can see, I mean, when it comes to learning management, various icons. You see this is how by default they are represented. You call a training item by this icon. The training item is always represented by this icon, nothing but the different kinds of trainings that is available. The curriculum is nothing but a collection of training items and is always represented by the folder icon that is being shown on the screen. And a catalog is nothing but how you want to restrict users' access to the training items, and it's always represented by the file kind of book file kind of items, book file kind of icon that is shown in the system. Scheduled offering is nothing but the dates, so that it is default by represented by icon called as the calendar icon that you see. And you can also see the arrow marks. Item can always be associated with scheduled offering, pricing, trainer equipment, location, catalogs, and curriculum. And what are all the things that you can associate a scheduled offering with, and what are all things a curriculum can be associated with. Okay, and this is how a training item looks. The screen looks similar to that of an user record. You have core area, actions, related more, except for the difference that icon differs, that you can see near the core red area next to cost sharing. You see there is a different icon that's being displayed showing that this is a training item. Perfect. This is about parts of a training item, how it looks in LMS. So let's see much more. And in the related more area, you'll see more about all these things. Earlier I explained what is segments, online content, catalog, competencies, prerequisites, subject area, substitutes, and tasks. So we'll discuss more about in depth about this during our training. Related more area, both for user and for the scheduled training item, as well as for the scheduled offering. So all these things we'll see. Related more area comes to an end here. And the next workflow would be resource management. That would be, we'll start with resource management is more about dealing with all the resources such as physical locations or buildings or rooms or equipments, where the training actually takes place. Actually, resource management comes into play only for if it is a classroom training kind of thing, because you need resources only for them actually. And for some reason LMS says instructor is part of resource management actually. Resource management. Instructor comes under resource costs. When it comes to commerce, instructor's costs are assumed as a resource cost. We'll see that when it comes to commerce management, but yes, resource management in general means the buildings or the classrooms or place where the training takes place, and the equipments that you need, for example, the LCDs or digital video, digital light screen cameras, projectors, so all those things that you need for the training to take place, laptops or systems, whatever it is. And security management is next workflow. Security management is nothing but you'll deal more into, it deals more with the roles or authorization department, what roles you can offer to what kind of admins and what roles you offer to users, and how do you restrict how do you restrict the access for certain workflows and certain workflows that you want certain workloads that you want to make available to only for particular admins, that you do and configure it over security management. So in security management, we see a lot about something called as workflow groups, workflow IDs, what are all different functions, what are all different entity available, what exactly your domains mean, what exactly domain restrictions mean. And yeah, when it comes to report management, we'll see much more into the ad hoc reports. These are a bit simple to generate. You can, it's user friendly. But yeah, the main thing here is we will see first the Outlook, how we generate the reports using the system. And then we also see about something called as Plateau Report Designer, where you can configure user-friendly reports according to the requirement of the company. So there are two things: Plateau Report Designer and how the reporting actually works in LMS. That is all about report management. Now let's see more into commerce workflow. So commerce is one important workflow of learning management system. Commerce basically deals with three major concepts. We call it as we call it as pricing, another one we call it as cost, another one we call it as tracking the financial transactions. These are the three major activities and terms that we have to know. And going in depth, we see a lot of other concepts like profit centers, cost centers, who needs to be charged for the training, who needs to be benefited for the training, where to assign these costs and pricing for the training items, and how do you want, where to assign the pricing. If you want to, say you want to display the price for certain training items for Indian customers at a bit high price and for US customers at a bit low price, or if you want to offer some reductions for certain users who are based out of Germany kind of thing, you can do all those configurations here. So this is all about SuccessFactors Commerce. As I said, we see more about three terms: costs. Costs are nothing but associated with all the resources, say the instructor costs or the material building cost, you're booking up a training room, cost of the training room, materials you use, all those things come under costs. Pricing is nothing but the tuition fees, is nothing but the tuition fees that you charge for the end users who are taking up the training. It's a fixed fee actually, and yes, you can, it's a one-time fee actually that is made available to the end users on their end user screen. They can see this. And manage transactions is nothing but once the training is completed, how do you record the transactions? We call by technical term called as record learning financial. We just record all the financial transactions after once the training is done. This is all about commerce workflow management. These are all the terms and concepts that we're gonna see when it comes to commerce management. Now moving more into next workflow, that is called as evaluation surveys. Evaluation surveys can be split into three types: evaluation surveys, or item evaluation, learning evaluation, and follow-up evaluation. There's nothing but once after someone takes up the trainings, if you want to get a feedback from them how the training was done, feedback form kind of thing, and if you want to evaluate on how what they have understood from the training item, and if you want to examine them using pre and post exams, and you can also implement follow-up evaluations. This all can be done by using, you have something called as question editor that is available in learning management system, which allows you to create questions, and pages, questions that you can make it available to for training items. So this is in general how the screenshot that you're seeing. A typical question item evaluation survey. You can what are all the things that you give in item evaluation survey? For example, summary, questions, as I said before. Item usage is nothing but what are all items have access to this questionnaire survey. And options is nothing but you can give, by what time they have to complete it. Basic settings, whether completion of this survey is mandatory for the completion of the training. Notifications are nothing but who are all have to receive an email notification on this item evaluation survey. Okay, next coming to the next workflow management, that is curriculum management. Curriculum is nothing but this is something an important core part of a learning management system aspect. Curriculum is nothing but a mixed composure of items. There's nothing but collection of items. You can call it as a folder where you place a lot of files. This is just a folder where you place a lot of training items, and you can also have curriculum inside the curriculum. I mean, you can call it a subcurricula. And you can make them, assign the deadlines to complete this curriculum using the concept called as requirements, so which we would see. And yeah, the curriculum requirements concept is split up into three major concepts. Requirements are nothing but what is the best possible way that a user can complete a curriculum. For example, he is assigned 3 or 4 training items. For example, saying him if you complete number for this number of hours for this training item, or this number of hours from the first 2 training items, or this number of items in the entire subcurricula would make you feel in a safer zone that you don't have any due items, overdue items. So that is something called as requirements. And yeah, curriculum status, you see whether it is complete or not complete, and it is defined by fixed configurations that you see here. We will see all these configurations, how to configure this. And there are 2 other main concepts when it comes to curriculum. How do you assign this curriculum to users, end users, like whether on an event basis or a calendar basis. So we'll see what in depth during our training, what exactly you mean by event basis, what exactly you mean by calendar basis. So this is all about curriculum management. And yes, next workflow comes an interesting concept. This is success factors content objects. Content objects workflow management is nothing but this is mainly used for online contents, because success factors by itself has an flaw in it, where it does not store the online content like videos or PPTs or documents. Kind of online content trainings is not stored in LMS server. So what it does is here we have something concept called as content objects, and the online content itself is stored outside LMS but inside SuccessFactors in SuccessFactors server. And we use this content objects to communicate and launch the online content by providing the link where exactly the content is present in the content objects. So we'll see in depth about how online content works, and the 2 communication methods which we are going to see is AICC and Scrum. And we'll see in depth about what exactly these AICC and Scrum can do, shareable content objects and assignable units. So we'll see in depth what exactly this Scrum, shareable content object resource module and assignable units stand for, how they are used for accessing the online contents. Yeah, so once we are done with the all administrators workflows available, suppose learning all the workflows, what are all things that you can do. Now we'll come into configurations, how to configure this on the system. When it comes to configuration setups, we have 3 topics. This is not that complex. This is going to be quite easy once we are done with the LMS admin side. First thing would be to deal with the LMS and Bizx configurations that is used to for extracting the data from Bizx onto the LMS side. LMS itself is integrated internally with SF Bizx side, where we get the user data, all the entire user records. So for the integration to happen, what are all the basic settings or default configurations that we do on LMS side and what we do on the Bizx side. We're gonna see both all the settings that we do on LMS side that we do on Bizx side. And next comes the role-based permissions. I mean, whatever the roles that we want to for admin roles or the user roles, we're gonna define those role-based permissions as well. And yes, coming to system admin configurations, this is the third part that we're gonna see when it comes to configurations. System admin configurations, like whatever we saw in the workflow, this plays a major role of understanding the LMS administrator workflows. Whatever we see there that is made available in the system through this configuration actually. System admin configurations and record configurations is one of the part where you see what are all the function records, the attributes that we want to make it available for each entity, and this is how the screen looks like for system admin configurations. And we have all the configurations for competency assignment, connector settings, and of which the important would be system configuration, which you see on the bottom, and yeah, the one which you displayed on the screen is for record configurations. And you have something for registration settings as well. Yeah, these are all the basic system configurations. We'll see all these system configurations. So that's it. I'm done with the demo session. So feel free to ask any questions if in case. Go ahead. Have any things to share or any questions?
This is Kareem. Can I have a couple questions, please?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, Kareem, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Okay, for the section of the reports, okay, I have a question regarding configuring or customizing the reports. We have a tool in the SuccessFactors for creating some reports like the ad hoc query, or it should be developed by other consultants.
We have a tool for reporting. What we do in SuccessFactors is we have a tool called as Plateau Report Designer. So what happens in Plateau Report Designer is we extract the standard reports from SuccessFactors Learning Management System, and Plateau Report Designer itself is an PRD itself is an separate software which you have to install in the system. And first you have to extract the standard report that is present in LMS and save this report in the PRD folder. And then what we do is we connect a database data source with this extracted report. First preview it whether it is running with the PRD, and then do some query changes. So query changes with regards to Plateau Report Designer is nothing but you will do a lot of modifications with the tables. Say for example, I'll say you a simple example. We have an user request report, okay?
Okay.
So we want to add additional, say for example, user report request has fields such as which is the user, who are all the list of users who have requested for this scheduled offering, on what dates they have requested for the for the training item that they want to take. Now, if you want an additional field saying that say which department or which org unit the user belongs to, we will add for the PA table. I mean, there are a lot of tables that are present for report designing. So you will add PA underscore whatever the entity that is that represents the org unit field, and you will add that field onto that table. And we would use the, I mean, this is all comes to SQL commands, and we will add that particular table, add that particular field into the table. Again, run this edited program in the PRD, and we will get a new report and import this report from PRD onto the SuccessFactors Learning Management System, and then we test it and then run again in the production system. So this is how reporting concept works.
I will tell you something. Actually, I have never been worked with a SuccessFactor before, so I just need something to clarify to me. The success factor is based on the SAP ACC, right? We have to install the ECC first, and then
AICC.
yes, and then
You
we
mean
make
AICC
the
concept? You're
integration
asking about
between.
AICC and.
Yeah, I will tell you the question now.
I'm sorry?
We have a.
Yeah.
Okay, let me repeat once again. Okay. Basically, we have to install for the ACC and make the integration between the ACC and the success factor, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
in
So
the report,
AICC is. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. Complete the question. I'll answer.
What I'm saying that for me in using the process and forms, okay, to make any reports, so I first go to the ACC and get the tables that I need and send it to the available consultant so he can make whatever the reports that I need. So for the LMS and the success factors, does it based on the ECC as well, or it has like independent database or something?
Okay, you're asking about ECC, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say you one more thing. So just be on the call. I'll show you one more document. This would clear you about. Okay. So this is called something called as this first question. First, I would like to clear your doubt, saying that reporting with regards to LMS is no way related to. This is not related to ad hoc reports that you generate in SAP ECC. So this is something like you have something concept called as flat view report designer. First, this is how you do it. Actually, these are all the steps you do it. You first research the flat view report data, whatever the existing reports. Here, run reports in flat view, and then you get started with PRD, and you research it, what exactly the fields are available, and what fields you want to add. You research and edit the report, again analyze the report and modify it, and you then test it with PRD again, and then you import it where you have a run reports in flat view as a second. That is where we extract the report. We have one more option after doing all this, modifying the report format. We import it into the SuccessFactors LMS itself. We have an option actually. So this is how it works. It's not related with ECC actually.
Okay, so when we are talking about the report designer, it means it's all over the SuccessFactors, not only the learning management system.
Yeah, that's correct. This is internally with the SuccessFactors. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, if you can let me move to the second question. You can see this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Regarding if you are talking about the workflow, so do we use the workflow engine on the ECC to make any workflow process, or we have also independent workflow engine through the SuccessFactor or the LMS specifically?
Okay. When it comes to workflows, I'll show you what exactly is. It has nothing to do with actually here with the ECC. So this is how the system looks like. This is my test instance login. 1 minute, I'm just logging. So you will have all the workflows as soon as you give the admin ID and password and log into the system. You will be there. You see all the work.
I have just seen some Arabic alphabets.
So this is how. There is nothing to. There is nothing to do with yeah, that's the language settings. Arabic is running with the language settings, but yeah, that can be changed, not a problem. But yeah, this is what you're using. These are all the different.
Support Arabic language?
Yeah, it's a standalone system. All these configurations are done in the system itself. There is nothing to do with ECC, and you don't integrate with ECC and LMS. LMS is integrated internally with the Bizx, just the Bizx module of SuccessFactors. and other all learning items or training items, whatever you create, it doesn't come from SAP ECC. SAP ERP, but yes, they are created internally inbuilt inside SuccessFactors itself using these workflows. For example, you create a learning item, just go learning items, add new, as I would create it.
Okay, yeah. If we are talking about that, we have a SuccessFactors LMS as standalone application, and there is no direct integration between the LMS on the SuccessFactors and the LMS on the ECC. So when we are talking about the license, so how many licenses do we need to implement the LMS SuccessFactors?
Okay, there are two licenses. One we have, one we need to for a license for SuccessFactors learning license. Another license for implementing LMS would be you have to buy the Bizx license, SuccessFactors Bizx license. You need to have two licenses
but
when it comes to LMS.
We don't need a license for the ECC.
Nope. It depends upon your existing system. It depends upon your on-premise system, but it doesn't require.
Okay, so if I'm a customer and I want only to implement the learning part of the SuccessFactors, and you are saying that we will not have any license on the ECC. So how suppose the system to get the data from the employees, for example?
That's correct.
Okay, this is a question. Let me repeat it once again. Okay, I'm saying that I'm telling you I am a customer and I want to implement the learning management system on the SuccessFactors. Okay.
Okay.
And you're telling me that we don't have to have a license on the ECC. So I'm asking now.
Again, depends upon the on-premise system. What is your on-premise system? Are you using SAP?
No. I'm saying if I don't have an SAP, I have an Oracle or whatever the legacy system that I have.
Okay.
But
then
what I'm saying,
the legacy systems, we need to get the data from your legacy system. Say for LMS, the only data that we extract from your legacy system would be user records. That too, user records doesn't come from legacy system directly to LMS. We have something intermediate called Bizx. Bizx is nothing but the employee.
So you are saying that the intermediate, the Bizx takes the data from whether the legacy and make it in a specific format.
From the legacy system, the data comes into Bizx, and from Bizx it comes into LMS.
Okay, this is excellent.
Yeah,
this is excellent.
That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Karim, to add your point, from the legacy
go ahead.
From your legacy system, you can upload the employee data or the user data using a flat CSV file into the Bizx system, and from Bizx system you can replicate the users to the Plateau system, which is your LMS backend system, Karim.
Okay.
Perfect.
So we're
That's
saying that
the
Bizx system needs an independent server.
Bizx is an integrated and the front-end system for your learning management. In fact, it is the front-end for all the modules of SuccessFactors. So the first system where you are going to replicate your users or the employees from any of the legacy system. The legacy system can be a SAP R3 or Oracle or in fact any system. You have to replicate your users to the Bizx system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is clear to me. This is clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. If you can let me one more question, please.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. If we are talking about the integration between the LMS to the SuccessFactors and the payroll, okay, or the personal development on the ECC. In case I'm implementing SAP. No, I'm saying if I'm implementing SAP, okay, I have an ECC and I have the portal of the SuccessFactors, okay. So if I'm reserving a course or booking a course for somebody, I want to allocate the cost of this course on a specific cost center or something. So this is doable or not? I mean, basically for the integration between the learning management system and the payroll.
Oh, you mean to say you want to assign slots to a particular for the learning management system or training items?
I'm not familiar with the terminologies for the success factor, but
Okay.
My example, if one of the employees is want to book a course, okay, this is already in the ECC, and this course will cost, for example, 1,000 USD, and you want to allocate this cost on specific cost center, okay, or to allocate this cost on cost center or the employee expenses or something.
Okay.
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 So this is doable through the LMS on the SuccessFactors or not?
That is perfect. It can be done perfect. You create a training item here, and you create a catalog for and you place the user matching to that catalog, and you assign a price for this catalog so that the $1,000 would be reflecting for that user. This is very much doable in LMS. Perfect.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah.
So it can be posted through the payroll at final, or how the process taken?
No, payroll wouldn't come into play here. I mean, so payroll wouldn't come into play here. See, when it comes to LMS, LMS is only integrated with internal system. It's not integrated, as Raghu said. It's not integrated with your SAP payroll system. It's integrated between two other modules. One would be the BizX, and another one is performance goal management. And these are the modules which are integrated, but it's not integrated with the compensation module. If you ask about, I mean, what is the reason that, I mean, you're looking out for payroll integration? Do you mean to the charge, the $1,000 where he needs to be charged from? Is that your question?
Exactly.
Okay, that is simple as
that's right. Exactly.
We have something called as, when it comes to users, we have something called as cost centers that we saw in commerce. There are two terminologies there: cost center and profit center. We have a place to configure. We get the account code. I mean, which account code the user belongs to. You'll have for each user they belong to some org unit, and for that org unit you will have a cost center, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So when we are extracting the user account from BizX, we will have that cost center also being extracted from the BizX. So whenever a user is registering for a training, we will set up our configurations such that the user who is going to register for the training, his cost center would be charged, and we have a configurations where we can define the profit center, which profit center needs to be profited. And in LMS, there is no actual financial transactions takes place. This is just a system, and for doing the financial transactions, you extract the report after the training item is perfectly over, and you do all the record learning financial thing, and the extracted report or the Excel report is the CSV file is given to the finance department, and they will do the actual transactions. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, but now I'm confused a little bit. At the first part, I have understood that we can use the basic as an intermediate, okay, for reading the data from the legacy, okay. Can it be used as well for posting data to the legacy?
Posting data to?
Yes.
To the legacy systems?
Yeah, you can extract the data.
Okay.
You can.
So if we are talking about that this course will be charged at 1,000 USD, so we can take this this value and post it somewhere in the legacy. This is what I'm saying, to make sure that the
So
LMS
you want
will
the
be
data to be existing in legacy. Oh, you want the data to be existing in legacy as well as LMS. You mean to say that?
Yeah, yes. In the case if the case that I am implementing the success factor only for the learning system, but as well I need all the effects to be happen in the legacy. The legacies that I'm using for running the payroll for all the employees and getting some data and so on.
Okay, you want this can be done by extracting the report from the LMS system, and that you can configure in your legacy systems accordingly. But yes, this is also very much doable. I mean, yeah, this can be done. Actually, you can extract the system from the current system, that is LMS, in terms of reports, and using that report as a flat file, you can transfer it into the legacy by defining the fields and corresponding fields. You can transfer it onto your legacy system. It's very much doable. But yeah, I mean, I prefer most. I see most of the companies. I mean, most of the organizations going for they're trying to cut short the legacy systems and use LMS as a solution. So they're trying to the other way around. They are actually asking for.
Okay, but do you have an idea regarding the license that SAP charges the license per the user or per bulk users, or how does SAP manage that thing? If I am an organization and I have, for example, 20,000 employees and I need them to access the LMS or access the success factors. So do you have an idea how suppose SAP to charge me if I want to go for this license?
You mean to say that the cost is incurred in this? I mean, what would be the cost incurred depending upon the population of users?
Yeah, that's right. This is based on
the
user privileges.
Oriented. Raghu, you have idea? I mean, what would be the cost license?
Yeah, usually it is going to be per user based license, Kareem. How many number of users? It is going to be user based license.
20,000 for example.
Yeah.
20,000 end user.
Yeah. So if all the 20,000 users need to access the LMS system, yes, you have to buy the 20,000 license associated with respect to the LMS module, and the cost is going to be differentiated on the edition that you are going to use, whether you are going to use professional edition or enterprise edition. That is where you see the difference in the cost. And cost wise, it's all depends on the relationship that your organization has with SAP, and I will not be able to give you the exact cost like what they are going to charge per the user. Yeah, it needs to be negotiated with SAP SuccessFactors on the cost or the license fees.
But do I need for each one license for the success factor to have another license for the basics, or I can get only one basics for all the organization?
No, for LMS it is going to be the one license for all the organization, Kareem. It is one module in your success factors.
Okay, excellent.
That is what you are going to buy from SAP SuccessFactors.
Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry for these questions, and I'm very thankful for this session. I really enjoyed it.
Yep. Thanks.
I just want to thank you, gentlemen.
Yep.
Thanks, Kareem. Thanks for your time as well. Yep.
Thanks, Kareem. So, any other questions? So we are done with the session.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Before the demo session, as you have seen that Madhav is the very good at SuccessFactors LMS, and he has real-time experience, more than 2.5 years working on SuccessFactors LMS. So thanks for attending this demo session. And the good thing is, like, we are going to give you the system access during our once you enroll for the regular training sessions, and probably you can contact us for any other queries, or if you want to enroll for the SuccessFactors LMS training, you can drop an email at successfactorstrainer@gmail.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can just drop me an email for the fees of the course and the content that you are delivering for this course.
Sure, I'll do that, Karim. I'll follow up with you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
Thanks,
ma'am.
thanks for your time.
Yep,
Thank you.
thanks all.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks, Madhav.
Shukran.
Yep,
Thank you.
thanks all. Thanks,
Have a
Karim.
great day.
Thanks, Raghu. Thanks, everyone on the call. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.